The Bulldogs today have been very, very busy. They have re-signed Curtis Moran for 2 seasons. They've signed Kurt Mann, Drew Hutchison, Jake Turpin, and Puasa Farmasili to 2-year deals. Mann, of course, playing just short of 180 games for the Storm, Dragons and Knights. Hutchison, 75 games, but he's been a handy replacement when needed at times at the Roosters. And Turpin also 75 games playing for the Broncos and the Roosters. So you add these 4 players to Critter, Stephen Crichton, Josh Curran, Jamin Salmon, Blake Taff, Bronson Sherry. That's all for 2024. Are they playing finals next year, Brian? So those other signings have been announced for...
Yep.
So Turpin, is that for next season?
Yeah, this is all for 2024.
It's all for 2024.
Where do
Wow.
you reckon the answer's going to play?
Oh,
My man, the answer, Drew.
yeah.
Because they've got Sex on legs. I can see Jakey Turpin on the bench because he can cover
Yep.
Reid Marnie. I'm just wondering about Drew.
So you think 6 on legs?
He'll start the year at 7.
Burton stays at 6?
Yep.
Okay. Who's your fullback? Is it Critter?
I reckon I would have Critter there, but I reckon they're going to put young Blake Taff there.
Blake Taff.
I reckon they'll have Blake Taff
Yeah.
there and Critter in the centres.
What about, do you see Bronson Sherry starting the year?
No,
No.
not in first grade.
Okay, well, they've lost Alamotti. He goes to, where's Alamotti gone?
Penrith.
Yeah, but they've got. They're thinking about playing Jacob Carraz in the centres. I just don't think that's his position. I'd like to see him at fullback, actually.
Yeah.
I think he's a terrific winger.
Yep.
I just think defensively, there's a couple of reads there. I know he can learn the position, but it's very hard defending in the centres. I'd like to see him at fullback, Kiraz, but that's a question for Gus, I suppose. Yeah, they've certainly spent some money, haven't they? They let a few go, though. So who went?
Avarillo.
Avarillo went.
Is Thompson
Luke
gone?
Thompson.
Thompson. That was
Where's
a big
Thompson
one.
gone? Is he retired or
I
what's
think
he
he's
doing?
heading back to England. I don't
Possibly.
think he's signed anywhere officially.
That's a shame, isn't it? Like, he ran into injury. Like, he was a very spruiked kid coming out, Thompson.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
He didn't play that many games, did he? He was very injury prone.
Remember he came out, I think 6 months early, like half a season earlier, during COVID, did his 14 days and he was doing
Training,
doing dumbbells and stuff in the room. Like he was so
that's
eager to
right,
come
yeah.
out. He'd had a great couple of seasons. Was he St Helens?
Yep.
From memory?
Yep. No, he was. I think he might have been a MOS.
Really?
Was he? Well, I know he
Man
was.
of Steel.
Yeah. Look, they're good signings. They're good first graders, but they're not guaranteeing you success. I mean, other than Critter, other than having Critter there, and I think Josh Curran is a good addition, but I don't see him playing semi-final football. Sorry,
Okay,
Sean.
quick game of rank 'em in order. Because based on the topic we're talking about, it's a bit of a loaded question. Who's the most important Panther players? Cleary's clearly number 1, right?
Yep.
So who's their top 4 most important players?
In no particular order.
No, rank 'em is in order.
Oh, okay. Sorry. James Fisher-Harris,
Second?
Yep.
I agree with that.
Dylan Edwards,
Yep.
and I will also say Isaiah Yeo. That's my... Actually, I'll have Isaiah Yeo 3rd, Dylan Edwards 4th.
Liam Martin far behind.
5th.
Leo.
Honourable mention. You only gave me 4.
Yeah, that's right. That's rank 'em. Yeah, it's like Fisher Harris.
Mickey. And, Moses Leota's not far behind
That's
either.
right. So those 2 players, in any team in the competition, if you had Fisher Harris and Leota playing for the Tigers, I reckon you're playing finals.
Ooh, big call. Can we throw in one more? Can I throw Cleary in?
But if you got Utukamana on the bench,
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying, but and this is what the argument was with Adam Fanua-Blake. It's all well and good to get him, not next year in 2025, but you've got to be able to, off the back of what he can do, like we saw what Sean Johnson was doing kicking-wise and stuff like that. I know those forwards would improve a team, but you've got to be able to take advantage off the back of them. Where that's what the Dragons are lacking a little bit. Tigers are lacking that.
Yep.
Bulldogs are lacking that.
Bulldogs are lacking it for sure.
It's just those setups. They do my head in. When they get down there
Yeah.
and they have to do 3 plays, drop a player under, You're not scoring a try, and you're not even asking questions.
No. What's the set I call, Brian, when I coach? Chaos set.
Chaos.
Where you just go,
Agent 99.
you just go berserker. Because how often do you see a team's got to score a try to win the match,
Yep.
and they almost always go 90 metres?
Yep. They all train for it.
Playing a bit of chaos.
They all train for it when
Yeah.
they get down there. That's the last session at training.
Yep.
Righto, next team that scores, and it's just offload.
It's great, yeah.
Especially as lower ranked teams.
Yep.
You're not going to trouble the defence with bringing a halfback catching the ball and bringing a bloke under.
That's right.
It's first grade. It's the NRL. You're not going to score a try there.
Chaos. 1300 01 1170 is the way to have your say. I text 0457 736 736. Pistol Pete from Glebe says, I can only imagine how Maxwell's feeling right now. I only scored 31 as my highest ever score for the Rissoles, and I averaged a cramp for every run. I also celebrated with a 31-piece feed at the back of that. Good on you, Pete.
Yeah.
that
Pistol
might-
Pete, what if he's still getting his...
Just on that,
Fair enough.
what's the best hangover food? Is it a
Personal-
KFC,
Personal?
pizza, Macca's, or is it Chinese?
Well, Sugar, this is summer content.
Yep.
We're not really in summer yet, but I'm going to do it just for you. Oh, you got both the same coloured shirts on. For me,
Yep.
I have 3 letters.
KFC.
MSG. MSG. It sops up all that alcohol. I'm a bit Randy Savage, so I get to go out,
Yeah.
sit in my corner, put
Yeah.
the podcast in, and just devour a chicken and black bean.
Oh, that's good, Brian. That's really, really good.
That's my personal.
Tourist, what would you say to that?
Oh, yeah, Chinese for me as well. Specifically, this is going to sound gross. I like cold day after Chinese.
Cold?
Cold. Give me something about being hungover.
No.
That's salmonella. That's all stations of
I
salmonella.
want a cold chow mein the day after.
No way.
Stunning.
Oh, what's
That's
wrong?
my
Really?
hangover food.
No,
Hillary,
that's-
Hillary, you're right.
Yeah, you are right. Brooksy, what do you go?
It's pizza for me.
Yeah.
I want something spicy. I want the Tony pepperoni or the El Scorcho or something with pepperoni with jalapenos on there. Like, it's got to be fresh, tourist. As a
No, I want
hangover.
filth.
What you can't be pre-ordering your Chinese
No,
so it's
no,
cold
no.
the next day.
No, I'm not pre-ordering, but I'm hoping if, in an ideal world, you'll open the fridge, forgetting what you had the night before, open it, and you'll see. That's the
Really?
dream.
But the clagginess of...
Yeah, I want the clagginess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hungover. I want to sit in my filth.
The chow mein, the chow mein, you need the crispy noodles, and it's going to go soggy.
Yeah, perfect. Clag me up, baby.
Oh, clag me up, baby.
What about
There-
you, Sugar? What do you? If,
Oh, look.
you're a bit hung today.
Yeah, a little bit hung.
If I could just click my fingers
right
and
now-
just invent, like, imagine I could come up with an invention where
Yeah.
you could order something and it would come to your place.
Yeah, I reckon there's some fried rice there.
Yeah.
And I could go the chow mein, no clag. Hot, yeah. That,
So
right now, I would love
Chinese
to.
for you. For you.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman.
I never
here.
have Coca-Cola, but I always have it with Chinese.
Yeah, it's got to be Coke Zero. A lot of KFC. People like Ash. Ash, this is my go-to. So Ash likes KFC followed by a raspberry icy pole. I tell you the best hangover cure. I forgot about this. Frosty fruit.
Yeah.
Frosty
Oh,
fruit
yes.
ice block.
Really?
Do it. Whatever it's in there, whatever chemical they're putting in there, it makes you feel better.
Does it? Okay, I
So
might try that.
typical.
They reckon
Well,
bananas.
there's all weird shit in there.
The potassium in the banana.
That's another one.
That's another good.
I spoke to the people from Farm Fritz yesterday. They're at Melbourne Cup.
Yeah.
They do a lot of fried fish, fried chips. The gentleman who owns it, I forget his name, but he used to work for the mob that has Chico rolls, right? So I played golf for the Chico roll dude. He told me they sell 24 million items are sold every year. It's a big sausage, right? So when they're making it in the factory, it just chops it.
Oh, it's one big roll, is
One
it?
big roll.
Oh.
And 70% is cabbage.
Yep.
Then
What's the
remember
other
our
30?
girl? Remember our girl who you'd go into? A lot of mechanics would have him on the back of the Chico roll girl.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She was on the Harley.
Yeah, yeah.
Side boob.
100
Yeah.
with the Daisy Dukes.
Yeah.
Every takeaway store in Australia had one.
Yeah.
They disappeared. Her name was Sarah Jane.
Really?
Why did she disappear?
Why?
The Mormons bought the Chico Roll Company and just said, Mormons, and just said, Corey's.
Tata SJ.
CSJ, no motorbikes.
Really?
So they decided to really, really pull it back.
Wow.
So no Chico roll signs up anymore. No girls. There is a girl, but she's like dressed up like in an Amish outfit.
Yeah.
24 million. So basically, for every Australian out there,
One a
we're
year.
hammering, and I'm a hammerer.
What, one a year?
I'm saying, 24 million.
per year.
Yes.
Yes.
A sold, 24.
Yeah, so every Australian's basically been having one.
Yeah. And my man also told me that if
man.
you were in there,
Right.
you occasionally got the real crispy bits at the end.
Oh, yeah.
That was a perk of working there. So they
Oh.
chop one off. It might not be the whole 12-inch, but it might be 2-inch of the crispy,
Yeah.
the curry,
Less is more.
the cabbage, and a little bit of carrot in there.
Uh,
I'm
you're-
getting one now.
Yeah,
Oh,
your man with the food rort, he also told you something about potatoes, Brian.
Oh, yes. Not enough potatoes are growing here, so they get them from Holland.
Really?
Yep. Holland.
And you're about to throw per capita at me.
Yeah, Australians eat the most potatoes per capita.
Get that into
The
you.
big fadeepas.